everyone, and welcome back to my channel. A few weeks ago, the lovely Linda Pierce, who is Purple Nana, sent a few of us one of these 50p ATC coin is what we're calling them. Basically it's a heptagon with 7 sides. And I did a tutorial. If you missed my tutorial, I will try and remember to leave a link in the description box, but I did a tutorial on how you can make your own template. So using the template, what have I created? Well, where shall I start? I've lost them already. I had a whole stack of them. I've just put them somewhere. Where can they? Oh, there they are. Right. Let's start with these ones. These I have called Crackle. Let's see if you can see them. So they are, I'm trying to think, they've got a mixed media. No, they haven't. They were made, all of these things were made with stuff I already had in my desk or in my scrap drawer. So this was originally a mixed media piece, a bit like this. That I photocopied and printed out, and I was going to use it for a project and didn't use it. So basically I'd got my own work but just on a piece of A4 paper. So I cut out my heptagons, and then I have used the Crackle glaze on them. Hopefully you can see that. Hold it up. There you go. So I've got Crackle glaze, and then I've got black charcoal to highlight the cracks. I've put the word Crackle on here, heat embossed the outside in black, and then given it a coat of varnish over the top so that the mica doesn't keep coming out and everything else. So there's, I don't know how many, I think there's 10 of these. All much of the same, but slightly different colours, depending on where they were cut from on the piece of paper. I really like these, and I'm trying not to put too much on things, because I know I have, I could tend to load stuff up and then you kind of forget what's underneath. There's that one, and those. I think there's about 10 of those. Haven't done anything on the backs. They're just plain. So there's 10 of those mixed media style ones, and then there's some of these, I don't know how many. Now these were just 2 pieces of paper. You can see one was a bluey colour. Oh, I'm struggling with the light there. One's a bluey sort of colour, pale blue, and this one's a kind of pinky yellowy thing. Now it has got a lot of stuff on the background. They were sort of failed embossing resist type things, so there is some texture on there. You probably can't see it. There's some white going on this one, and there's, I don't know what's going on the bottom of this one, but it has got like a texture to it, and it's also got some pixie powders, I think, so they're a bit shimmery. And then on top of that I've got some clear texture paste, and I've put a little bit of the pixie powders in there, so it's kind of gone a pale bluey colour, and that's just the little dots. And then I've got I've got some scrap card, you know, when you've done some die cuts and there's just a little bit left. I've punched out some flowers, popped a gem flower and a mini sort of gem on the top. I don't know if that will focus, struggling a bit. But that's all I'm doing with those, I think. And again, they're plain on the back. All much of a muchness. I think there's probably 8, 4 pink and 4 blue. And this was, like I said, just scraps that I'd got on my desk. Where should we go next? Let's have a look over here. We've got 2 similar ones. And these were made with just a bit of, I think they're brushos. Yeah, I think they're brushos. And I was messing around trying to get different splats and things. And you'll see I did cut up. I'd got a piece of paper and I'd done loads of different splats on it. And I cut up 2 like this because I thought they were pretty and they could, you know, they could be something. These flowers are ones that I had made previously to give to Betsy Doodle, and then I've just gone around the outside and put a little bit of black pen in their centres, but I figured they were, you know, but there's only one of each of those because that's, you know, there's a pinky one and a yellowy one. Right, what shall I show you next? Let me show you these. So with these in mind, with this sort of background in mind, I made some more. And what I did, I haven't got it to show you, I have actually, bear with me. I've got a tin of things that you use for making latte or cappuccino patterns on the top of your cup of coffee, and I've got two of these actually, egg shapes, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could make some Easter eggs. So I took this sort of paper with the brushos on it, cut out my heptagon, and then stuck the stencil on top and went over it with clear texture paste. And then when it had dried, I went around the outside in black so that you get something. It's slightly raised, but they're sort of, I thought they were kind of Easter eggs shapes. So there's that one, that's a pretty one, and they're clear, but with the, you see the background underneath, and that one. So those are all from that same scrap of paper, and I've just painted them black around the outside and put some black card on the back. Right, and then we went on to, I've got some vintagey scraps, and I dug out my little plastic bag of tiny bits of mushroom ephemera that I had cut up ready for the mushroom journal and didn't use, so used something else. So I've got two of these, and these are just the hexagons. I cut them out of thick card, Amazon packaging, and then I've just collaged different papers, scraps of paper, just ripped up some bits that I'd got left on my desk, and I figured that they would do. And they've got a couple of big mushrooms on them, so there's just two of those as such. I also found my stash of mushroom stamps that I'd made, faux stamps. So I've made 4 again with a collaged background, with just some papers that I'd got around one of the stamps and a mini mushroom, just for Andrea. So I think there's 4 of those. They're quite sturdy, chunky ones. And then I did the same, but I'd got a few butterflies and butterfly stamps. So let me just show you what these do, because you can open the wings up on these. I think these might be my favourite ones. I'm still struggling with the light, and I did adjust the blind, so I don't know what it is. But I don't know if you can see that with their little wings up. Those were some stamps I'd previously made. These were in my stash, so I just stuck them down. And we've got 4 of those, and again I've squashed them down, but their wings do all come up. I love those. And the last one, just with scraps of paper layered up on one top of each other, put one of the stamps on, and then stuck a butterfly on. So there's 4 of those. And then I literally had got 2 blanks left over. One of these has been on my desk for ages, this bit of paper on the background here. It was a bit of tea dyeing, a bit of stamping. I can't remember what I was going to use it for, but I didn't use it in the end. I think it was one of the pages for my first little handmade book that I did for Michelle's challenge. But I pulled out some words out of a book, and it says, "Oi, have you fallen asleep?" Because by now I feel like you probably would have done. So there's that one, and the very last one, I'd got a scrap of Edith Holden book page on my desk, and it got a shrew on it. So I've lined up the hexagon under the shrew, stuck it on, cut it out, and then cut this word shrew out and stuck that on as well. But there's only one of those because that was all the, the scrap that I had on my desk. So just using up things I already had. I didn't go and print anything. I didn't make any papers up. I just got these scrap things and I thought, right, I'm just going to use them. So I've got plenty of these. I'm going to ask if anybody wants to swap or something. Do get in contact with me. I will leave my email address for those of you who don't know it. And these are the little heptagons. They're 2.5 inches, or they would fit in the pockets as well because they are 2.5 inches, she says, trying to show you. There's a picture of one that I was fiddling around with. That's one of the circles, the circle punch, 2.5 inches, and then you get your heptagon in there. So plenty of things to be going on with there. So thank you very much, Linda, for the idea and the inspiration. Thank you all for watching. If anybody's interested in swapping, let me know and I will get back to you. And in the meantime, stay safe and well, and I will see you very soon. Cheerio for now.